Hi guys, Space Tiger here, and welcome to. I'm making something new basically. So, let's call this a tarot Sunstrology. Yeah, I don't know. Like we're doing it as it goes. Anyway, so what are we gonna do today? Today I'm gonna do a little, let's say, like a crossover between tarot and astrology for the for this week. So from April 20, from 20th, yeah, from April 20th to the 30th of April, when the sun will be in the first decan of Taurus. So let's see. We're gonna see how this will kind of affect your life in general. Again, these messages are general, so take what resonates. So we will see what's going to happen in your life based on your ascendant sign. So where the sun in Taurus is activating a certain area of your life, but also take in consideration that right now in the sky we have Mars entering Leo, which is squaring the sun in Taurus, and also we have Pluto in Aquarius also squaring the sun in Taurus. Now, I'm not gonna go like super deep into tarot. I'm not gonna go super deep into the astrology. This is something as like a little messages for all of us for the upcoming week. There are many amazing astrologers out there who are like doing super in-depth kind of like videos on the current sky, but I want to do a little approach through the realm of tarot cards and energy that's surrounding us. So let's start. So basically, right now we are in the first, so the sun in Taurus is in the first decan of Taurus, which is a very famous card that not a lot of people like when they see it in the reading, and that will be the Five of Pentacles. So as you can see, Five of Pentacles, especially in the Thoth Tarot, let's say the key word for this decan would be worry. So it's like worrying about the material things, worrying about pleasure, maybe like a little bit worry about like surviving in a way. So here we have an image of two people trying to find a secure place, a warm place, a place to eat, to sleep, to kind of like survive the night. So this is like an energy of like tension and worrying what will be the next step in a way. So what I see when I look at the current sky and also going through the realm of this decan, we can really see that this like worrying comes more from the mental realm, because the decan is ruled by the Mercury. So the Mercury is like information. So information that we are getting from either other people or through media, it's making us worry about our next step. So what is my next step? How to cultivate? So in a sense, Sun in Taurus begins a story of cultivating something. So what are we gonna cultivate? Are the next steps in our life? How there will be, like, because at least in my area now, the spring began. Everything is like blossoming. Everything is like very Taurian, very Venusian. But the thing is like, okay, now we have all of this, let's say, abundance, and there's like a lot of energy and a lot of potency. So what are we gonna do with this? How are we gonna plow the earth and put all these little seeds so it can grow during the year? So basically there is like some planning, worrying, strategy. And also if we look at the current I would say energies and atmosphere in the world, sorry, in the world, like it's kind of like not looking very good, to say it at least. But okay, I'm not gonna go into like the negativity and like everything. Let's try to work as best as we can with these energies right now. So anyway, so with the sun at the first degree of Taurus, this energy of cultivation begins, and there will be a sense of tension in this like period of 10 days. It's going to be a little bit tensing because we have Mars, as I said, Mars and Pluto squaring the sun. And those are like big boys. Those are like really big energies. You know, we have Mars, the you know, the god of war, the god of tension, the god of like cutting and pioneering, squaring the sun, who's like, you know, the king, the center of the heart, what I want, what drives me, with the Pluto, who is actually uncovering what it has kind of being like uncovered. So you're basically discovering a lot of things right now with Pluto being in Aquarius, and there's like a lot of evolution and changing of how we perceive society and certain social flows, I would say, like whether it's like friendships or society in general. So yeah, there is like, I don't know about you guys, let me know in the comments, but there will be a lot of like tension with these like big energies and big forces in the fixed signs. So there's like adjustment is slow, you know. So the best way to use this energy is to be patient. So think about all the ways where you can maybe be patient, wait, maybe not initiate things. Again, these are fixed signs, so not a lot of initiating like energy. So think about being patient, and yeah, let's go and see based on your ascendant where you might feel this tension. So on the right, I mean that will be my right, maybe your left, but at some, I need to decide on which part of the screen, the you'll see a little text that's based on your ascendant, but in the real time I will be also pulling cards for each sign. So so first we're gonna start. So if your ascendant is in the Taurus, we're gonna see how this decan, so being in this realm, what that will do for you. So I'm gonna put this card aside and I will combine it with every other card that I will pull. So Taurus, you're up next. First, you're up next. You're up first. Happy birthday, Tauruses. We're gonna see how this energy will kind of like, where you will feel it based on your on your ascendant. So if your ascendant is in Taurus, you might be feeling this tension in your body. Maybe you will have like some people commenting on that you look like tense, or maybe you will be like swinging between like worrying and, you know, wanting to chill and be like all Taurus. Maybe you can see what you can do to release this tension. So let's see what will be helpful for you to release this tension and the overall message for Taurus ascendant. Oh, there we go. We got a jumper card. Oh, okay. Well, very interesting. 545. So so Tauruses, whatever you do, don't go like striding into any type of conflict or any type of like place where people are like really discussing things, or like their visions, or very debating or very political, because there won't be any like logic here. There's just gonna be like a lot of tension. So again, it's almost like, you know, I see you guys going there, but like let's flip it around. Just like leave this situation and maybe use this energy that will be surrounding you, the energy of Five of Wands, and use it maybe more to kind of like you know, for like running in the nature, or doing maybe some games and playing, you know, like something that's a little bit less, you know, like less aggressive, I would say. So instead of like going into any type of conflicts and trying to assert yourself, try to be like the, you know, the chill guy on the side, you know. Just enjoy. If you want to do anything that like uses wood, like try some gardening, you know, like tackle like the pests in the garden, instead of like tackling the pests in the society. So Tauruses, try to like chill, try to do some physical activity, because maybe you're gonna feel a lot of this tension in your body, like this like energy where you don't know what you want to do with that. It's like just too much. So try to do that, and yeah, maybe use that energy for something that's a little bit more chill. Okay, Taurus, so this message is for you guys. Let's see, Gemini, you are next. So if you have an ascendant in Gemini, maybe your mind will be feeling a little bit like slow, maybe you'll feel a little unproductive. You might feel fear, or you might have like heavy dreams or heavy thoughts, because this like tension like triangle between Mars, Sun, and Pluto will be happening. Like it will be hitting your 12th house, because the Sun will be in your 12th house. So you can maybe try to write about your worry, or you can let this tension kind of inspire you into being more productive. So let's see what the tarot has to tell you. Yeah, so as I said, like you need clarity. So you need like a clear information. Try not to overthink. This is not overthinking. This is like, taking one task this week and just like going like, one task, one kind of like one thought process. Don't go all over the place, Gemini, because like, like you might feel like this is like pulling you into more worrying about being unproductive, and like worrying about how to express yourself. Try to like simplify things, like simple thought processes, simple words, simple, maybe a list, of things you need to do. So like think about simplicity, simple things, being simple, that will bring you like back into productivity, and maybe like remove you from the like the mental stress that you might be experiencing. So Gemini is like, in this week, try to be patient with yourself, try to be patient with your mind. We said this is like the key word, patience. So try to be as patient as you can, and yeah, just go day by day, and that's it. Just chill, relax, whatever can ease your mind. Okay. If you are a Cancer rising, and I do have a lot of Cancer risings in my like social circle, what I saw is that they are kind of like gravitating towards wanting more. So there's like some tension in their maybe social circles or at work, but they want to show more. They want to show that they're capable, that they're able. They want like authority to recognize them, their endeavors, or they want friends or co-workers to recognize them. So there's like this like feeling of like, because like Mars just left Cancer, so there's still like this a little bit of lingering, like this Martian kind of energy. So let's see what the tarot has to tell you. Where is this tension? Well, I'm feeling tension now in my back, so maybe some of you Cancers are like, oh, my back, like I'm carrying so much. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay. So yeah, there's definitely like wanting to go into the abundance. Maybe there will be like, yeah, maybe you want like, maybe for some of you, you would like to be recognized by some authority. Maybe it's like a woman at work, like maybe it's your boss, or maybe you want like being because like this is very nurturing energy, so you want this recognition because you're gonna feel nurtured. So there's like definitely something that's kind of like stable, and you want to be recognized there, because that means nourishment and less worrying for your Cancers. So try to think about like being more nourishing yourself before you get this recognition, because if you are like very tensing about this, you might make this like to go in a completely different direction, where you might even have like maybe a problem with this authority. So if you want more, try to like feed yourself and cultivate it, so that you don't have to like take it from the outside, but you feel it in yourself, because you're very accomplished and whatever you do. So instead of like searching from the outside, see what already you have accomplished. Maybe it's something material, I don't know, maybe for some of you it will be like a material gain in a form of either money or some sort of recognition, that's something that's tangible that you can like actually hold in your hands. So it can be either like more money, or maybe more opportunities, or like things that are tangible. Like this is reminding me of my brothers. They started like this a sport club, And I don't know how to translate this but it's like sport where you like you're using your hands, like you know this when you're like trying to like push somebody's hand down, like this leverage type of thing. Anyway, I will find it and I will like stick it here. So anyway, so they got a lot of medals now, and they had their debut. So like instead of like maybe like searching for recognition on the from the outside in the form of words, just look at your medal. Like that's showing like your work, so you don't have to worry about how things will go, and like tensing up in the social circles. You can just like check your medals, like check what you brought home, something tangible that can always tell you, hey, you made it, you did it. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, moving on to the next three signs. So now we are up with our Leo crew, me being a Leo rising. Like a big hello to all of my Leos out there. I don't know about you guys, but it has been one hell of a ride with Mars being in Cancer, because it was hitting our 12th house. I don't know like how you managed through that, but okay, we're getting like Mars in our first house. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but it's gonna tense up some things, like because the Sun will be in our 10th house. So there might be new endeavors in the department of career that might bring tension or like worry, or maybe some projections like, oh, how is it gonna be, like, no, I want to start something new, I want to go into like something new, and there might be like a slight tension between you and like your career and your relationships, or anything that has to do like with signing a contract. So you might feel like a slight aggression at work, or you might feel like aggression in public. Again, like the society, everything that's happening right now in the world, it's kind of like it makes you feel like an aggression. And the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and we shared this ascendant, and we were really kind of like feeling this tension of what's going on and wanting to make an impact, but you don't know how. So this might make us like feel a little bit nervous or discouraging at a time. So like the thing that I've seen that is good, and we're gonna see what Tarot has to tell us. Yeah, retreat. What might be good for a Leo ascendant is to just like to retreat from whatever is happening, and just like rest and enjoy solitude to recharge your mind. Again, there might be some tensions. Again, in work you might feel some pressure, like peer pressure. So whenever you have a chance, isolate yourself, because talking right now could be like a little bit hard for Leo rising. So like avoid unnecessary drama, avoid like gossiping at all costs, Leo. Like avoid gossiping. You don't need to be like a part of that. Be on your own. Have a nice time with yourself. Again, go into the nature. It's nice time now, so you can like chill and relax. Do something that's like making your mind ease, but don't go into gossip or anything that might like bring more tension into your career life or your relationships. So try to do that, Leo. We don't need no drama. I mean, Leo ascendant is a little bit drama llama, but again, right now in this week, you don't need it, okay, Leo rising. Okay, so let's see what's up for Virgos. So Virgo, Virgo ascendant, Virgo rising, which is the same thing. Can you believe it? Anyway, Virgos, you want to cultivate your life philosophy in a more grounded way. You might feel like a tension to do that, like to do that alone. Like, how am I gonna do this alone? Maybe you might feel a little bit like like a little bit lost and scattered. Maybe you will feel like like there will be an experience of like feeling like you need to change something in your routine, like thinking outside of the box a little bit. But again, being a Virgo, you kind of like always lean to the way how you're like analyzing things. And maybe now it's not going to be a good time to like analyze things. Maybe you can like invite somebody to help you, you know, dealing with like more practicality, like changing certain things like beliefs, maybe even like thinking about maybe like about like your movements and maybe some traveling, you know. So there will be like maybe a sense that you will need like a companion, somebody who's stable in your life. Let's see what tarot has to offer you. Yeah, so there's definitely like a change. This, we got the Hermit card, so this is like a biggie this week for some of my Virgos. Like you will need to like remove yourself from worrying and analyzing, and you know, going through this like process of like, oh my god, like what are we gonna do now, and maybe searching answers in spirituality, maybe even like in a community that's spiritual, you know, whatever that means for you. But yeah, there will definitely be some changes in your like philosophical approach to life and your daily routine. Maybe you need like a really nice routine and going to do things like step by step, if that makes any sense. But yeah, all in all, Virgo, like try to think outside of the box, like go out. You know, maybe you have like a pattern, maybe you have a way of like dealing with things and analyzing things, but right now it's time for something new that you need to search outside of yourself. So again, maybe a companion, or maybe a companion in a form of like spiritual tradition or a healthier routine. So yeah, this is for my Virgo risings. Okay, let's see. We have Libra next. So there will be tension like built between you and your social circles. Again, you might have like a, sorry, like I'm getting like so much air in my body while talking. That's when you have Mercury in your first house. You're always like sucking air. A bit of air, then like not good vibrations. Okay. Anyway, Libra. So there's like a tension that's building between you and your social circles, and you have a certain ideas about, you feel like you're changing and evolving, and your social circles might find you a bit tense or roaring. So you might crave like energy and change, you know. Maybe you feel a little bit like you're kind of like stuck somewhere. So yeah, let's see. I dropped some cards, just a second. Okay, I got them. Okay, so let's see what tarot has for Libras. You know what, I love when I do like something for the first time and it's so fucking chaotic. It's amazing. But yeah, it's always fun process. Don't be afraid to do something new. Okay, yeah. So Libra, definitely you will need to like keep your position, whatever you do, like because again, you're changing, you're evolving, you're like trying to think outside of the box. Maybe you experience some like tension in like the past couple of weeks, and it's making you rethink everything. So Libra, you might be rethinking everything, like your friendship circles, your relationship, your work, everything. And you know, like being a Libra, you are very affected by, you know, like by the social like flow, opinions and everything. But right now the tarot is suggesting like keep it where you are, because it's good for you to like kind of assert yourself, maybe like trying to like get a little bit of that like Aries energy, you know, like thinking a little bit about like your own values. And yeah, keep yourself where you are. Don't let anyone tear you down. Okay, you might, maybe in this week you're not gonna be like everybody's favorite person, but you will survive this week. But like do it for yourself, because you need this change. You need to assert yourself. You are also a very important component of any relationship. It's not just like, you know, like what's good for us, but also something needs to be good for you, so that you can like share and make everything nice and balanced how you like it. So Libra rising, this is for you. Okay, so far we're getting like really nice messages. I'm very satisfied. Okay, so let's see if your ascendant is in Scorpio. Let's see what that means for you in this week. So it might happen that your relationships, whether it's business or like marriage or love relationships, might create tension in your public appearance or with your family. So try to be patient. And Scorpio risings, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. There we go. Yeah, a card for you just flew out. Just a second. Okay, Scorpio risings, you really got like the king of boundaries. So yeah, there might be like some tension. There might be like people wanting something from you, or you worrying like how this will affect your relationships again with your family, or like how people perceive you in business or in other relationships. So again, it's almost like you're fighting on like a couple of different fronts. So it's very important that you know your value, Scorpio risings. You know your value. You keep yourself grounded and patient, because a lot of people will be testing you in this week. So keep yourself as grounded as you can. And yeah, have boundaries with everyone. Like try to like think about like what you need for you to build like a better space for everyone, including yourself. But have again boundaries with everyone. So Scorpio rising, I think your message is pretty clear. Just like boundaries. That's it. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius rising. So Sagittarius rising, there might be like worrying and tension in the way that you're trying like to marry some big ideas with everyday like discoveries, you know, like news, informations that you're getting, like things that you're learning about everything. So and like trying to blend this with your day-to-day life and work. So a lot of stuff is going again in the world right now. So try to take it easy, you know, and adjust accordingly so that you feel less worried. So let's see what tarot has to offer you as a message. Yeah, so you got the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is known as the discriminator of the tarot. So she's like, okay, you know, this is black, this is white, this is good, this is bad, you know. So try to like maybe approach you are a philosophical rising sign, you know. So like try to approach life where you're, instead of like everything mashing together, try to like discern, you know, and kind of like see what is important and where you should engage and where not. So be very like, you know, mental and clear in your information. She's also representing like diplomacy. So if you are like worrying and if your brain is going into like some weird places, try to offer your brain like a good diplomatic answer. And again, patience, 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 you know. So this is like a keyword for all the signs: patience. So patience, clarity, Sagittarius, and you will survive this week. Also very a pretty straightforward message for Sagittarius. Capricorn. There will be some tension and worry between your value and the ones you share your values with. This might trigger like you to deal with this like tension in some creative ways. So you might deal in creative ways with your around your problems. Children might also be a part of this situation. So for my Capricorn risings, like there might be like some maybe, you know, like kids like triggering certain like topics in your life, or maybe it can be like how you perceive your pleasure and your sexuality. So let's see what tarot has to offer you. So we have like this, you know, worry, like you want to start something new, you want to try something new, and there is like some tensions between your values and how you want to like take care of yourself and what you expect from the others. And the tarot tells us, yeah, so yeah, there's like a breaking free from tradition. So again, here we have 10 of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles is like the things that are expected from us, the things that we inherit. So again, maybe we're talking about kids, like maybe you want to start something new, like for your children, or for like for your future. You want it to be like something that's like really, you know, good solid plan, but like your values and the values of people that you're dealing with, um, because we're talking here about like attention with the 8th house. So it's like Capricorn rising, it's like a tension between like what you want to produce together with maybe your spouse or partner, or maybe in business what you want to produce, so you have some value. So again, with this, like here we have like a lot of earth energy. So again, for you it's like a very patiently like creating, you know, and maybe being thinking more creatively how to approach certain situations, and being like very straightforward with what you come up with could help you, you know, to deal with whatever situation you might feel this week. So Capricorn rising, that one is for you. Again, when I say creativity, I don't mean like, you know, like flowers and pastels and, you know, painting stuff, but no, thinking more about like creative strategies on how to deal with things, because again, Mars is in your 5th house, so it might, you know, there might be some tension, but again, if you're authority on certain things, you might kind of like navigate those things. Okay, Capricorn. And then we have our beautiful Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. So let's see what's up for you guys. So Aquarius rising, there might be some tension between you and certain relationship that might trigger some deep like self-exploration or wanting to cut from the past and find your own identity. Maybe like we might be like cutting away from like a tradition of our family, or maybe some like tradition, like yeah, tradition, some certain patterns, some generational trauma, you know. There might be like some relationships that might be triggering this, you know, some fears that we had. So yeah, let's see what you need to be patient with and worry less about. So yeah, so Aquarius, you got your card here. So yeah, there's definitely like, you know, trying like to kind of remedy and refresh these triggers and these like maybe like relationship that made you worry, that made you feel not safe, not loved, you know. So Aquarius rising, for you, like just like being in this hopeful state and like kind of entering this this like refreshment, because the star card comes after the tower card. So when everything went blasted, like you're here to kind of remedy things and to cure them and to refresh them. So try to think about like maybe what would be good for you that's a little bit new and different from how your family approached it, or your parents, or any type of like generational line that kind of like did things a certain way. You're here to bring in the new. This might worry you, this might trigger you, but again, patience, patience, patience. Be patient with yourself this week. You might, you know, discover things, but you don't have to act on them right away. Just like let it like unfold in front of you, you know. Be vulnerable with yourself, be open with yourself, and don't worry, like you're bringing like new fresh water into the pool, literally. Okay. Let's see what's up for my Pisces. So okay, Pisces rising, everyday changes and work might cause some stress for you. It might affect your opinions on like teamwork or communication. It might be a bit off, you know. Try to relax as much as you can, Pisces. Let's see what the tarot has to offer you. Again, I know that Pisces rising is like you have like a very you're very sensitive to everybody's needs, and then, you know, like when you get into this you know, like how to say, when you get into the mode of like being with other people, you want to be of service. So this might like, you might have some worries. But yeah, okay, Pisces rising, yeah, it's just time to like move on, you know. Like try not to stay around too much like stress. Just like do something active, go and bike, you know, or just go into the nature. But whatever happens, if you see slight like, you know, like slight stress rising, my Pisces risings, just like go away, Just remove your, it's almost like you're in the past and you're just like, you enter, you see the drama, you just leave. Pisces has left the chat room, okay? This week, just leave it. Tarot is just saying, just pass. Like, pass. Didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. You know, and it's not like escapism. This is like intentional movement forward. Like, I'm not gonna be here and ponder around this topic too much, worrying too much, like being in this. No, just like pass it, you know. Try this week at least, try to ease yourself, you know, out of every situation. You're not needed this week, Pisces, okay? Just chill. That's it. Just chill. You know, again, you're a beautiful sign. You're a very empathic, but you need to have like, just like this week, is just like faith and just like movement, and that's it. So that's it. And our last but not least, the first one, Aries rising. So let's see what's up for my Aries rising. So Aries, there might be like big changes in your social circles that might make you re-evaluate your own, I don't know how I'm gonna write this, like so many English words, that might make you like revalue your own values. Re-evaluate your own values. Oh my God, what a word. And it might be like pushing you to fight more, you know, like for your voice or how you express yourself. Your voice might create tension among social circles, like, you know, people might like, sorry, I got distracted by birds. But yeah, your voice might create like tension among like people in your social circles, like maybe some of your values or opinions. So yeah, let's see what the tarot has to offer you as a remedy for this energy. So let's see, Aries, what's up for you guys? Okay, yeah, Justice. Okay, so if you know, like, what you need right now, Aries, is like strategy. So this is like, you know, this is like a very Libra card. So maybe you can like look at your opposing sign, which is Libra, and maybe like go into that direction of like, okay, in any type of relationships or social circles, lean more to like clear information, diplomacy. You know, now it's not the time to like cause any worry or tension. Again, patience, patience, patience this week. So yeah, just like come in with, you know, with knowledge, come in with patience, come in with diplomacy and discernment. You're gonna learn a lot this week on that, because like there might be somebody who's like kind of like, I wouldn't say triggering you, but there might be somebody who's like making you worry about things, and instead of like, you know, going, you know, heads on into like discussing or, you know, like behaving a certain way, you know, try to chill. Maybe try to do something like ask, instead of like going head on, ask head on questions. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if somebody's like, no, 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 you know, being like all crazy around you, just like, you know, like head on question, like, why are you doing this? Or why do you feel this way? You know, like you can still have like your Aries like aggression, but aggression or being like straightforward, but like disarm people with, you know, questions and with like diplomacy, and you'll still be like in your Aries power, but more like more strategic, more more straightforward, but again disarming with a question instead of like, you know, attacking with a full-on opinion. So instead of like dishing out opinions and worrying and like getting into this like scarcity mindset on what you want to do, ask questions. So guys, thank you so much. I really had a lot of time with our Tarot Sunstrology. This is like a really great way for me to learn more and more about astrology and tarot, and like also like tuning in into these energies and delivering some messages that might be helpful to someone. Maybe not to all of you, we're all different, but like maybe for some of you these messages might be of some use. So thank you so much for being a part of my journey, and yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, just go and either DM me directly into my Instagram, or email me. I will leave all the info in the description box below this this video. I almost forgot that I'm making a video for YouTube. Jesus. Um, so anyway, yeah, if you need all my contacts, everything is down below this video. And yeah, I read both in English and in Croatian. So for the Croatians, there will be like also my phone number where you can like you can write to me in WhatsApp. And yeah, if you want to have a reading with me, if you want to check these energies a little bit deeper, if you want to talk about some other topics, if you want to learn with me tarot, also DM me or send me an email. And or you can visit my coffee shop. Oh my god, there's so much of this. Like I need a nice list for that. I need a nice list so that I can like read it from the list and then tell you everything that I do. But anyway, you got the general idea. If you have any questions, again, just shoot me an email. Let's be pals and have a nice week in front of you. And remember, patience, patience, patience. Okay, guys, love you. Bye.